Oh, I can. Cool. All right. Yeah, so if you guys can open up your laptop to the scanner, I could do a fresh page and set it all up if you guys like, or if you want to just know how to look for setups. Who doesn't have the layout for SK5? You're going to have to talk to me because I can't see the chat.
Yeah, I don't. Not yet, at least.
The EMA and the two lines?
Yeah,
you talking about?
Like all the indicators.
I had the two lines, the blue and black one that he said in the SK5 video, but I only got like an hour and 15 into the video. I know it's like an hour 45. I don't know if he added any more after that point.
All right. Are you able to set up your scanner or your indicators right now? Because I can just
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm just trying to find the page. Or Smarticle. Why don't I pull up the picture? Do I have it saved? I should. Nope. Great. Yeah, let me just find it real quick.
All right, I'm in.
Okay, cool. Let's get fine. Awesome. Got it. All right. So the first thing you want to set up is your EMAs. So to go to your indicators is this little icon here. You want to click that, and then you want to type in, I think you can just type in EMA. Yeah. And it's moving average exponential. It's the first one you're going to see. So, you know what? Let me do a fresh screen and then.
Is there any way to look up a specific pair? Or you have to just go through all the brokers?
No. So you can search through a specific pair as well.
Okay.
Up here, I believe. Can you do that? Wait. I could have just lied to you. I lied.
Yeah, that's why I was curious.
No, I thought there was.
I think you can look for specific pairs if you just type it, or like just. Yeah, I think if you type it, it'll
type it though. That's the thing.
Oh.
Yeah. Go to a few of those, and it is. Yeah, I guess you have to look through the brokers and then see what they have up, and then scan.
That's fine.
All right. So. Your setup. Wow, I just lost it. It's crazy. All right, here it is. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is your EMAs. Again, indicator sign here. Let's put this away. Indicator. You type in EMA, and you want to click it twice.
Yeah.
If you go up to the top, there's a format little like thing there. You want to put your first one. The length is 3. Source is close, and the offset is 0.
Okay.
And then go to your style, and you're gonna click red. You're gonna pick red. You can thicken the line if you'd like. I like to, just so I can see it. I do about the 2nd or 3rd thickness, and then that's it. And then you okay, and then it's set. And then you go to your next one. The length for that one is 10. Source close, and then offset 0. The style for that is going to be blue. And then, yeah, you can thicken it a little bit as well if you'd like. I think I moved the offset to 1. It kind of gives a different view. We'll keep it like this. We're not going to confuse things. And then click OK, and then it's set. The 3rd moving average line, is just going to be the regular moving average.
Mm-hmm.
You click that once, and then you go to edit. The input should be 50. The length is 50. Source close, offset 0. You can do 0 or 1. Just if you do one or the other, make sure all three of them have the same. Okay. Putting 1 gives it a little bit of a shift, and you can kind of see the lines better. It's totally up to you, though. And then I make this one super thick because this is going to be this is just the regular average. And then this one is black. Yeah. And then okay, and then your moving averages are set. Okay. As you go along, I mean, God forbid that it doesn't save properly or you forget. I like to just save the chart, which is over here on the right. And then that way, 5, save. And then that way, like if you have to refresh, it'll always pop up as long as you download whatever chart. Okay. The next one we'll do is the RMM, which is your RSI, the money flow, and the momentum. Your RSI, relative strength index, you click that once. Oh, it's already there, so you can actually not do that. You want to get your momentum up there. And then you want to get money flow. You got those?
Yep.
All right. So the inputs for the RSI, it's going to be length is 5. You go to your style. What do I have here? Price line, you want to have it checked. You can get rid of 1. How do you do that? Okay, I don't remember. I lied. Okay, anyways. You want to uncheck all of these. You could actually leave 1. Or where is that at? This is, yeah, and you can put that at 50. And then make it black. No, I lied. You gotta check that. I apologize. I really apologize. Okay, I don't know why that's not lining up for me. Anyways, uncheck all 3. Your color, I put mine as blue. And then you just click OK. And then you want to do your momentum. Input is 5 as well. Source is close. And then style, I have it as green. Make the line a little thicker. And then you hit OK. And then for the money flow, same thing, length is 5. The style, this is money flow. The style is, oh, I'm sorry. This money flow I have as green, momentum is red. It doesn't matter, whatever you pick, whatever colors. Because either way, they all need to be pointing in the same direction. I'll go through that. You uncheck all of these. And then you click OK. Following me so far?
Yep.
Okay. Then you want to grab, you see where the dots are on the money flow, the momentum with RSI, the dots that pop up?
I only see them on the money. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Well, I have to click on it.
Yeah.
the dots to show up. Okay.
Click on it, and then you want to drag it.
For the money flow?
Yeah, you're dragging all three of them on top of each other.
Okay.
So they should all be in the
I
same
see.
box. Make
Yep.
sense? My RSI line should not be like that. I don't know why. Okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. Okay, I got it. Ooh, doesn't need to be that big. Okay. Yeah, you want to have your price line on RSI. The price line is unchecked. Your upper limit is checked. And then you want to set that to 50.
This is for RSI?
Yeah.
Okay. So price line is checked. Upper limit is checked. Okay.
Price line is unchecked.
Price line is unchecked.
Yeah.
Upper limit's 50 in black. Okay.
And then hit OK, and then you should have a 50 line right across like this.
Yeah.
All right. The next indicators, we'll do the MACD. Oh, I don't have the cloud indicators on this. That's fine. That's okay. All right. Type in MACD. It'll pop up. You want to click it twice. The first one, your inputs fast length is 12. Slow length is 18. Source, close, and signal length is 1. You go to style. You check signal. So I think you uncheck MACD and you uncheck histogram. Keep signal checked. You can make it thicker if you'd like. And then.
Is this still for the first one?
Yes, this is still the first one.
Okay.
So signal is checked. This one is red. MACD unchecked, histogram unchecked, and then you hit OK. The next one, you got that one?
Yep.
Okay. The next one, the inputs are fast length 5. Slow length 10. Source close and signal length 1. Fast length 5, slow length 10, source close, signal length 1.
Yep.
And then you go to style. You check histogram. You uncheck MACD. Histogram should be black. Don't know why, but okay. Price line is checked. That's why. Okay. And then I believe you uncheck signal as well. I lied. You have to keep that. That is green.
Okay.
Make that thicker as well. Let's do it as a green. Okay. You got that one?
Yeah.
And then you're doing the same thing. You're dragging one on top of the other.
Oh. All right.
Got that?
Yeah.
Okay, top left where the time chart is, the 15-minute, 30-minute, what hour, there's a candlesticks icon.
Mm-hmm.
You want to change it to Heikinashi.
Okay.
I think you can save as well. Save as you go along, because as soon as it refreshes and it's not saved, you have to do it all over again. The Ichimoku Cloud. So you go to your indicators again. I don't know the parameters for it, so I actually have to download it. So go to your indicators. Oops. Ichimoku Cloud. You're just gonna add it once.
Yep.
And then go to your settings. Your inputs, I believe they're all the same. 9, 26, 52, and 26.
Mm-hmm.
For the inputs for the Ichimoku, 9, 26, 52, 26.
Yep.
And then you go to style. You should only have lead 1, lead 2, and plots background checked.
Okay.
And then just click OK, and then it should be all right.
All right.
Okay, so it is 6 o'clock. I will run through real quick on the steps of SK5. Later on tonight, I will hop on again just to look for like setups and stuff.
All right, I'm not going anywhere.
All right, cool. Okay. So the first step for this, you want to look for your transition zone.
That's that flat part, right?
Yeah. So like
that's what I was having trouble finding. Like, what is a good, like, is there like a good transition zone and a bad transition zone, or do they
not necessarily. So you can see my screen, right?
Yeah.
So right here is a transition zone.
Okay.
Once there are wicks above and below the candle, it's, you know, considered still in transition because there's no full momentum yet.
And this is for momentum for a buy or a sell?
Transition is kind of like, so it's like, it's same thing as saying it's like the market's in consolidation.
Okay.
So there's a lot of tiny candles, a lot of flat candles. So this is all still transitioning. It hasn't fully, this is not ready to cross yet, but I'll get into that. Yeah, so this right here would have been the perfect entry for this candle, for this trade, sorry. But
so
yeah.
if the numbers on the side are reading, like the stop loss and the take profit numbers are reading for, I think I'm also on AUD, NZD. If they're reading for a sell because the stop loss is at the top, why would I still look for a buy in this, or would I?
So sometimes the harmonics don't give you like real-time scans, like updated trades. It'll still show you like what they're currently looking at, but it could be showing you sell take profits, and you could be seeing a buy opportunity.
Yeah, that's what's confusing. So do you just make up your own take profit and stop loss? Once
you follow the SK5 rules, you don't really necessarily need to look for the stop loss or take profits. I'm not saying ignore them, okay, but you would be able to screen, like, even though it's showing sell profits, you'd be able to go in for a buy if the trade calls for it. The take profits are technically support and resistance areas.
Okay.
So if you see, let me go to one that has a little bit more space. You always want to trade within space. You take a trade that's too tight, there's not enough breathing room. So do you see, okay, so for the cloud, right? I'm on GBP JPY on Hugo's Way.
All right, let me look for that. GBP JPY, you said?
On the 1 hour.
Okay, I'm there.
Okay, so do you see on the cloud how there's like this flat red line and it's right in line where take profit 2 is?
Yeah.
So what the cloud does, it basically shows you strong areas with support and resistance.
Okay.
So let me see if there's an area where it's not sitting on. All right. It's not really clear. Okay, I'll do this one. So right here, black. Okay. This is another flat line. And I think we go by the red lines, I believe, on the cloud. Here's another flat line. Wherever you see flat lines, you can put like a line across, because that's going to be an area of support and resistance. Especially the longer the cloud line is, the stronger the resistance is.
The line on that, on the cloud,
So if I move this,
okay.
see how there's a flat line right there?
Yeah, I see that.
So if you just put the line extended all the way, all the way across. And if you look right here, the market went and tested this area and bounced back, right?
Okay.
Over here too.
What is that black line?
So this is just an area of support and resistance due to the cloud. Like we're just going off what the cloud is showing us.
Okay.
So that's what the Ichimoku Cloud does. It basically shows you, it'll help you set your stop losses and take profits when you're looking for setups.
Okay.
So like, see, because this is like a previous trade or whatever, even though there's no take profits or anything here, I can tell that if I wanted to go in for a buy, I would set my TP here. Let's use this example right here. If I were to enter into the buy, right here would have been the perfect entry for this.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't go through all of the reasons why yet, but this would have been the perfect entry. And then that would have been my take profit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So once it hits like an area of support or resistance, it's bound to bounce back.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it's not always definite, but a lot of the time when it hits a stronger area, it bounces off of that. So that's where you want to set your stop losses and your take profits.
Okay.
But yeah, so rule 1, you want to look for transition zone. Again, there anything that are like small candles, anything that has wicks on both ends. When this market starts to slow down, that's what the Heiken Ashi candles help us to see. They're momentum candles. So instead of using just regular candlesticks, you can't tell what's momentum from what's transition, really and truly. Right? I just changed it to candlesticks. Whereas when you change it to Heiken Ashi, you can see when the market is in momentum. Right?
So are those the yellow triangles important at all for SK5?
Yeah, so these are the harmonic patterns. So, I mean, I personally don't know much about patterns. All I know is that like when the market forms a pattern, it's bound to go in the opposite direction, which is how you get your stop loss entry TP1 through 3 on the scanner. That's how they determine if a trade is a good trade or if it's, if it's going to turn around or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. It would be good to read up on that. That's something I would definitely dive into. But that is not my top priority at the moment. I just want to, get this down. But yeah, so step 1, transition zone. So you want to look and see if your EMAs are going flat or if they're curving. So let me see it. You see like right here where the red EMA kind of just starts to flatten out. The blue's kind of just like, it's just chilling. That's when you can tell it's a transition zone it's in transition.
In transition to go either up or down?
Yeah. So like you really don't know unless like you know how to read the market, but it could go either way. So we don't like to trade during transition because it's not giving us a solid like, okay, go ahead. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right here, flat again, transition zone right here. We wouldn't trade that. Meeting does time out in 10 minutes. I do also have to leave very soon, but I'll continue anyways. If the EMA is starting to curve, then you can move on to the next step, which is have your EMAs crossed. All right, I'm going to find the picture for you guys and drop it in the chat because I know I probably won't be able to run through all of this. But If the EMAs are starting to curve, then you can see if they've crossed. So right here, they've started to go flat, and then they've crossed. You guys see that? So that's another confirmation. So one thing about the SK5, you don't want to hop into a trade until everything lines up. Not just one or two rules. You have to make sure everything lines up.
Okay.
Sorry, give me 1 second.
Look at CAD-JPY real quick.
Actually, never mind. I tweaked that. It's on the M15. My fault. My bad. Sorry.
Okay, so we could use this as another example, even if it's on the M15, that's fine. Right here, EMAs are about to cross. They have not crossed yet though. So you would want to wait for that cross first before even moving on to the next step. A twisting or crossing of the EMAs indicates a confirmation of a trend change. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I remember he spoke about the ceiling and floor.
Right. So your ceiling and floor is the same thing as support and resistance.
Okay.
So if the red line is above the blue, I think I really switched that up. Okay. If you're going for a sell, the red line, yes, the red line does need to be below the blue. Okay. So if let me see and find the sell option here. That's clear. Right. So right here, the red line has dropped below the blue EMA. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
If the blue is below, it's going for a buy when they cross. So blue below buy. Remember that.
I see.
Blue below buy. Right here. See? Blue is below. It's going up for a buy.
And so you'd put in a trade for that point? And
so for this trade, I wouldn't have got in until right here. I lied. That's an independent candle right here.
Okay.
Because you want to make sure everything aligns properly. Let's do that. Oops. So you want to make sure that all those steps align properly. The third step is your RMM. Is it above or below the 50? So this is your RMM right here with your RSI, momentum, and your money flow. So if you're looking for a buy, all three of them have to be above the 50. Right here, right? And I mean, they have, generally you want them pointing in the same direction, which is up, but once they've crossed the 50 and they're all like in the same general direction, that's fine.
Is that black line the 50?
Yeah, so this line is the 50 right here.
And you said if all three are above that, then it's a buy.
Yeah.
And if all three are below, it's a sell?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Right here, not that one. I would have gone in right here. That would be a sell entry right here. All three of them are below. They're all pointing in the same direction. You have a flat top, which is another rule I'm going to go through. and your MACDs are below the 0 line, pointing in the same direction as well. Or your red has to be pointing in the same direction. Okay. So the RMM shows momentum, momentum and strength behind a move. We want to take the trade while it's moving, so you won't be trading all day. So instead of scalping all day and looking for like current setups, you can go on like say the 1 hour or the 4 hour. It's obvious it's gonna look different with whatever time frame you're on. See, like on the 1 hour, I wouldn't take this because it's a shorter trade, right? On the 15 minutes though, it's a good setup if you want just one of those quick sells, or where is it? If you want a quick sell or whatever the case is, if you want a quick buy, right? So the time frame you're looking at for your trades also makes a difference depending on how much time you have available, how much you want to be on your phone. And at the same time, you could also set your stop loss and your take profits, and you don't even have to look at the trade again, right? So for buys, when all 3 are above, yes, I already said that. For sells, all 3 are below. Okay. That's step 3. Your RMM is your step 3. So step 1, transition zone. Your step 2, have your EMAs crossed. You want to make sure red is above the blue for a buy, blue below the red for a sell. Blue line above red for a sell. Step 3, your RMMs, are they above or below the 50? Your step 4 is going to be your MACD. And again, are those above or below? So the MACD is a trend following the momentum indicator. We also use it to exit trades, as it also shows volume loss and gain. One rule about SK5 that I like to follow: once the trade breaks the rule, that's the end of it. Take your profits, get out. Don't try and
So you have to watch the chart to see if it does that.
Not necessarily. I mean, if you have the time, try and follow up. But if once you have your stop loss and take profit, you don't have to worry too much about it.
Okay.
But yeah, once one rule breaks, like say right here, say we're in actually right here. So say you were in the sell right here. The moment this candle formed a wick above and below, it became a transition candle. These started to turn up. They were still below, but they started to turn up. That's another indication. Get out the trade. If you didn't hit your take profit, get out the trade.
So could I consider all candles with wicks on the top and bottom transition candles? Or is it possible for there to be candles with only wicks on the top or bottom? Could they still be in transition zones?
Okay. Sorry, 1 second, guys. Sorry, what was your question? I'm so sorry.
No problem.